I hate them, yeah, in life and the rolling kind and when people force one into a conversation.
Rocco, you're home!
No, you said that. You said that already. It's his line.
And what's my line?
Ain't nobody gonna give a lug like me a job, Bertha.
Bill Hader's career is filled with laughs, iconic characters, and Emmy-winning performances. From his years on Saturday Night Live to his critically acclaimed series Barry, he's built a reputation as a comedic genius and consummate professional. But behind the scenes, Hader's journey hasn't been all fun and games. For someone known for his easygoing on-screen charm, Hader has faced moments of serious creative friction. Over the years, he's quietly built a mental list of celebrities he'd rather not work with again, not because of petty rivalries, but because of how their attitudes clash with his deep respect for comedy as a craft. These stories reveal the unspoken rules of show business and the personalities that can make or break the magic of comedy. Dane Cook, style over substance. In the mid-2000s, Dane Cook was selling out arenas, captivating crowds with his high energy routines. To fans, he was comedy's rock star. To many fellow comedians, including Hader, he represented something else entirely. Hader reportedly struggled to understand Cook's appeal, seeing it as a triumph of flashy delivery over clever writing. The plagiarism accusations that later swirled around Cook only reinforced Hader's doubts about his authenticity. For Hader, comedy wasn't just about being loud or memorable. It was about connecting to something real, as one comedy producer put it. Cook was a brand instead of an art form. And in Hader's eyes, brands fade, true comedy endures. And Dick, when talent is overshadowed by behavior. Andy Dick has long been known for unpredictable behavior, legal troubles, and controversy. Hader reportedly kept his distance, believing that such conduct damaged the image of the entire comedy industry. For Hader, comedy thrives on trust, safety, and collaboration, qualities he felt Dick undermined with his antics. Stories from industry insiders suggest Hader was particularly disturbed by reports of inappropriate interactions with colleagues, especially women in the industry. His conclusion was blunt: talent without integrity destroys the spirit that great comedy needs. Chevy Chase, disappointed by a childhood hero as one of SNL's original stars. Chevy Chase helped define sketch comedy, but decades later, his reputation for being dismissive toward younger comedians tarnished that legacy in Hader's eyes. Hader reportedly looked forward to meeting Chase, only to be disappointed by what he saw as bitterness toward modern comedy and condescension toward the current cast. Chase's comments about SNL being better in his day didn't sit well in Hader's mind. True legends uplift the next generation instead of diminishing them to protect their own myth. Justin Timberlake, fame versus fairness. Justin Timberlake is one of SNL's most celebrated guest hosts, beloved by audiences and producers alike. But his star power reportedly created a behind-the-scenes imbalance that frustrated Hader. Sources claim Timberlake often had his sketches approved without the usual back and forth that cast members endured. To Hader, this felt like the show prioritizing celebrity status over collaborative creativity. While Timberlake's musical comedy sketches became viral sensations, Hader worried the show was drifting away from its mission to spotlight new comedic voices. In his view, comedy works best when everyone earns their moment, not when it's handed out because of fame. Steven Seagal, the ultimate cautionary tale. Steven Seagal's infamous 1991 hosting stint is still considered SNL's worst. For Hader, it became a textbook example of what not to do in comedy. Seagal reportedly refused to participate in sketches that didn't center on his martial arts skills and took himself far too seriously for the format. Hader, who values humility in comedy, saw Seagal's weakest proof that ego is the enemy of humor. He would often bring up the Seagal disaster when discussing difficult collaborators, calling it the ultimate case of self-importance killing comedy. James Franco, the problem with indifferentiums. Franco's multiple SNL appearances were notable, but not for the right reasons, according to those who worked with him. Hader reportedly found Franco's lack of preparation frustrating, interpreting it as a sign that the actor didn't respect the craft. Franco was said to arrive without knowing his lines, often distracted by outside projects. On top of that, he would rewrite sketches to suit his own ideas, not necessarily to make them funnier. Hader, who thrives on the collaborative process, saw this as arrogance, turning sketch comedy into a vanity project instead of a team effort. Bill Hader's quiet blacklist isn't about grudges, it's about principles. In every case, the conflict boiled down to one thing: respect for the art of comedy. Whether it was a superstar ignoring preparation, a celebrity demanding the spotlight, or a performer whose personal issues poison the atmosphere. Hader valued collaboration and authenticity above all else. His experiences serve as a reminder that comedy isn't just about making people laugh. It's about the unseen work, the shared trust, and the willingness to serve the joke above the ego. That's the standard Hader has held himself to, and the reason his best work continues to resonate. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at Hollywood comedy, hit that like button, subscribe for more untold stories, and let us know in the comments which celebrity clash surprised you the most.